get ready to eat my butt.
Dust.
What?
No, it's eat my dust. Not my butt.
Eat my dust?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You two here to train or admire each other's cheekbones?
He's right, you have nice cheekbones.
So do you.
Thank you.
Go!
right. Well done. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. Now it's my pleasure to invite up to the front a group of all of these creators. We have Phil Moniz and Kevin Clayton, the co-directors and co-writers, along with Evan Landry, producer and co-writer also. Come on up. Rebecca Francos, Molly, the actor, and Michael Davidson, the producer. Come on up, guys. so much fun.
You have so many microphones.
Hello?
I know,
Usually
right?
we have to share one.
It's pretty
this
good.
is nice.
You
Wow.
You got the
Look at
mics.
that.
You got
Through the credits. Wow.
the shots of you behind. It's a good setup, eh?
Bright lights. This is like a TED Talk. This is awesome.
Like, aren't you
Yeah.
excited you did this one? This is exciting.
I'm on stage with you guys.
Exactly. So I love that film. What heart! But what led you guys? What was the sort of the spark behind the idea of a washed-up baseball player taking on the unique sport of race walking and making that your starting point? Where was the spark? What was the idea?
I think Michael should probably answer this one. I think this is right in your. The spark came from, well, we wanted to make a sports comedy movie. We love those movies, the movies from kind of the early 90s, the Cool Runnings and the Major Leagues and Happy Gilmore. And so we knew we kind of wanted to do something in that area. And then Evan saw a clip of race walking and we're like, it's definitely this one. And so we just kind of started writing and just being like, well, what do we want to see in a movie like this? Like, how do we want it to unfold? Like, and then it's just about writing basically and finding the things that you find interesting and seeing what you can make out of it.
And how long was the writing process?
We were trying to figure this out yesterday. I think maybe about 6 months, I think.
Beginning to end.
Yeah, beginning to end, probably about 6 months.
Or
6
end,
months.
I mean.
6 months until you had a finished script. How many drafts? Sorry, just got so curious.
Well, I mean, a lot of drafts, and then certainly there was more drafts. Like once Telefilm came on board, and we realized that we were going to be probably making the movie. Then obviously, you got to go recheck the script and be like, okay, does this work though?
You're never done writing. Like, for instance, like the scene where he's teaching me how to race walk and we do the salsa dance. So that was written as hula hoops. Like he's showing me how to move my hips through hula hoops. And that was like through all of the drafts. And then basically we were in like pre-production, kind of like doing like mini blocking rehearsals, Phil and I being like, how are we gonna, and Phil's girlfriend was like.
My girlfriend Sarah was basically like, do you know how hard it is to like actually hula hoop? And we're like,
how hard could it be?
I did it in kindergarten. Like obviously I still got it.
And then so we ran out and got a hula hoop, and we threw it on. I threw it up and to do it, to give it a shot, and it just dropped to my ankles. And Phil and I looked at each other and were like, we need to rewrite the scene immediately. So like you're always writing. It doesn't like you put thing. I mean, there's so many iterations of it, and you start to refine it as you go. But you're rewriting when you get on set based on where the coffee table is and what's there and what's, you know what I mean. Like you're always. So yeah, like you're never done. It's always, you're redrafting all the time.
So I mean, that sort of leads me obviously to the whole. How did you prepare for race walking? How did you physically have to prepare for this? And did you have did you bring on coaches to teach you about this? What was the process?
We certainly did.
Yeah.
We did. We started looking at the race walking community in Canada and realized it's a very strong race walking community, and there's a lot of Olympic pride, and we do very well. And even at that, there's like 7 people. So Stafford Whalen, who is maybe the premier race walking coach in the country, we reached out to him and told him what we were doing, and he's got a great relationship with all of the race walkers in the country, including Evan Dunphy, who won bronze medal for Canada at Tokyo, and he's in our movie. And he just started training me to race walk basically the summer before we shot, and then the rest of our cast came on board, and he started training them, and just like anything else, you just got to learn how to do it.
How many months of training then?
For me, it was about 2.5 months of training, but a lot of it I had to kind of do on my own, which was humiliating, but also humbling, and because it's very hard to do. Yeah, I'd go out early in the morning, and I would still just get heckled by people all the time. So yeah, it was really a full summer of training.
Very cool. I'm going to turn to the audience for questions. Does anybody have anything that's just jumping out at them?
Well, You know, she's actually Evan's fiance, so no.
I invited Molly to the RWO for the raffle. So
I think that
I
you
think
know,
so.
I think they're together at that point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. She's there. She's there in that final scene.
She's there.
That's right. So tell me, what was the biggest? We'll go down to Michael at the end as producer. What was the biggest challenge from a production standpoint of pulling this together?
I mean, I think that particular question is probably more of an Evan one. I've been more of like the behind the scenes. I came in mostly towards the end of production and mostly looking at kind of like release planning, which is its own hurdle, and it's you know, it's very special being able to screen in a place like London. I do want to say that, especially as like a born and raised in Cambridge, and you know, went to Toronto, but now I'm back in the region, and it's always great getting to.
Well, you are the reason we have this film festival. You and other producers, directors, writers who were in Toronto and moved back to the area from this area. You know, so this is great. This is great.
Yeah. But I'll let Evan talk about the exact
Okay.
hurdles because there's some fun stories.
I mean, yeah, production. I would say the speed at which we had to pull it all together was probably one of the biggest challenges. We got telefilm funding, which we're very lucky to get, and we got that. We found out, I think, end of May, and then we thought we'd have maybe a year before we went to camera. And Jeff Chan from Collective, one of our producers, came to us and was like, "Hey, I think I want you guys to shoot in September. How about that?" And we're like, "Whoa, okay." So we had to throw everything together in about 3.5 months, which was, it was challenging, but it was
It's like the opposite problem from what most filmmakers have.
100%. It would actually, we've acknowledged that for sure, that like that stage is something that I think is so challenging for a lot of films, but is something that was like inverse for us, and it was like, no, you actually now have this incredibly condensed timeline. And then the film itself, I mean, we shot it in 19 days, which was very fast for the amount of footage we had to capture and the amount of sports footage we had to capture. I think a lot of times we were on set joking about how the next movie we write is going to be the two of them alone at a cottage. It would be a lot easier.
In like
cottage.
southern
Look
Italy
out for
or something.
Cottage Pals in 2027.
Cottage pals, I love it. Other questions? So, okay, well, I'm curious. Oh, was there some? Did I miss somebody out there? Yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm actually a lot of natural light, so I can imagine it must be very challenging to maintain light, color, everything with natural light. There's a lot of exterior shots, right?
Yeah.
Did you get lucky with a couple of weeks of weather?
We got insanely lucky. So we had Alter Ego doing our color, and they really helped with any of those inconsistencies.
Same colorist as Mad Max.
Yeah, which, you know, slumming it for our movie, obviously.
Should have put it on our poster.
Yeah. But we
From
got
the
crazy
colorist
lucky.
of
It was
Mad
actually, we shot it at about this time of year exactly a couple of years ago, and I was expecting it to be great because, like, I got to wear, like, tracksuits, and these guys had to wear, like, tiny shorts and tank tops, and then for whatever reason, we shot all the race walking in the first 5 days of the shoot, and it was like 30 degrees and sunny.
That's so lucky.
Which
with
was
weather.
really lucky for the weather, but it did cause a little bit of issue in terms of like there's a couple scenes in there where we're just getting torched by sun, so like keeping everyone cool and trying to make sure that natural light looked, you know, good. But you know, obviously our team was amazing, and our DP Matt Barkley. It made it easier to do it with the weather being that cooperative because we could just basically grab the camera and you know, shoot all of this race walking that would like take us up and down these kind of park stretches in Toronto.
And it was a 19-day shoot, you told me beforehand, which is just a mid-length, right? It's just a nice moderate length, gives you enough time to get everything done. And was it a comfortable length for you?
No, I mean
It is uncomfortable.
yeah.
It was
honestly,
an uncomfortable length.
specifically just because of all the sports. So, you know, if we were to be doing like a Cottage Pals, for example, I mean, I think 19 days would be extremely comfortable. But yeah, a lot of that sports stuff, it's a lot of coordinating. You have days with a lot of background, but enough to be realistic for a race walking event. So the
And montages.
and montages, yeah, those montages, we have 2 of them, and it's just a lot of shots that you gotta get that don't individually take long, but there's a lot of them. So I think if we were to do another sports movie, I would maybe want some more time, but I don't know. Everyone who makes a movie says it doesn't matter if you get 19 days or like 190 days. At some point, you're going to be like, this isn't enough time. So.
And I also imagine that the whole physical aspect of having to do the race walks day after day might get a bit tiring too. Although I imagine by then you're pretty fit, right, Kevin?
Yeah, it was. It's funny. A lot of the cast who is race walking, they're all sort of former hockey players that converted into race walkers for this movie. And me and Robbie were texting after like day 2 of the shoot when we were doing all race walking. We were like, man, I am so sore. I can't even get out of bed. It's just like because it's like muscles you never use. It's like your hips and your glute, and it's just like it was very humbling. But it was fun for everybody. I mean, who gets to race walk like that and like seriously like invest in doing it. It was tiring, but it was definitely fun for sure.
I remember one of our background race walkers isn't an athlete, he's a personal chef. And he was like, what did I sign up for? Like, all these guys are athletes. I am dying. He's like, he was struggling so much.
Rebecca, let's talk about your role for a little while. How did you prepare for that?
Sure. Well, we were very lucky on this film because we had some rehearsals, which is always special as an actor. So, and Kevin and Phil were sort of generous enough to do rehearsals and then allow us to improvise in the rehearsals, and then kind of would do a pass on the script kind of based on those improvisations. So that was really spectacularly fun for me because I come from an improv background, like came up through Second City, and so that was exciting. But really, it was just such a blast to work on this movie, and we did get very lucky with the weather. Although Phil and I were in like wool, and Phil was in like a fleece tracksuit, and I was like in a head-to-toe like wool. My shirt was wool, my long pants, and it was about 35 degrees every day we shot the races, which is, I mean, quite funny, but fun, really, really fun.
Wonderful. Well, we are just, we're nearing the end of our time. Thank you so much for bringing this film here. Just really an honor to have it at the festival, and after so many wins. But last question, what has been the highlight of this whole rollout for the film over this past, when did you premiere it? It was in...
We premiered it in February at Slam Dance in LA.
And so, I mean, that must have been amazing.
That was amazing. We've had quite a journey since. We've played at Blue Mountain. We played in Sydney, Australia, New York, Vashon Island, Calgary, Sudbury, Windsor, and now here. So it's been like quite a run for the film. And it's honestly, it's just pretty surreal. I mean, we've all been friends since we were children, and to kind of be able to actualize your dreams and then see it kind of roll out like this has been, it's been pretty amazing.
Oh, I love that story. I think that the way teams come together for films is just so fascinating and so wonderful. So, yeah, so thank you again. So remember, this film is, yes.
Thank you guys for coming and watching.
Thanks for coming. Tell your friends about next week, please.
And yes, remember that this is eligible for the Old Oak Audience Choice Award, so please rip your ballots on the way out, deposit them on the way out. And we've still got, there's 78 programs altogether in this festival. This is only, I think, the 18th program, so we've still got a lot of films ahead of us. So come on out and see lots more. These guys are going to be out in the lounge for a little while after, so feel free to go up to them and ask them other questions. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.